I'm gonna try to be quick because this is not supposed to be a long thing. But I just had a conversation with my dad, and it's like I had to ask people questions. So I am 30. I'm 30 years old. My accent is because I am not American. I am from Switzerland. I was born and raised in Switzerland. My parents were born and raised in Congo, so that makes me Congolese. But I was born and raised in Switzerland. I speak French. I lived in London for 10 years, so sometimes you may catch a British accent when I talk. And other than that, I now moved overseas. So basically, the conversation real quick was, we're 30, okay? We're 30, and some people need to find a way to somehow not feel bad about not being far in life, whatever far means to them, because I get it, we all different, everybody have their version of what is being successful, what is not, and we shouldn't judge and all this stuff. So my dad, who is extremely judgmental by the way, my dad was like saying to me, well, in you guys' 30s, if you didn't make it to Ford, you didn't make it to Ford yet, to Forbes yet, and you don't have a degree, then what do you have? And obviously I cracked that because I always go over this, like my dad. And I was like, okay, so it's like, what a definition of success? Like, do you have to have something? And it's like, yeah, because you feel like in our generation, we tend to make excuses for our lack of accomplishment. It's like we need to feel good about ourselves. So we try to be a musician, we never made it. We never made it to Ford for whatever business ventures, and you don't have a degree. So what the fuck do you have? Because then you have the I'm content with what I have, lying ass efforts. Then you have this all these materialistic things don't mean a thing. Yes, it don't, but like, what do you have? Like, it doesn't have to be materialistic though, but it's just the fact that all in all, some people, I guess it's like feeling bad about the fact that you know where you want it to be, you're not with the person you want it to be, you're not surrounded by the things you wanted to have or the people that you wanted to have. And I mean, we all cope the way we want to cope, but it's like having that conversation made me make this video because I wanted to ask y'all. I haven't posted no videos on YouTube for a while, years to be honest, and my children are now venturing into this whole YouTube world, and they becoming actresses. So I thought, I'm gonna say hi. We don't have the same audience though. They're Nickelodeons and Disney people. Cardi B, we grow. So I guess the question is, I have a degree. Okay, so people that are gonna comment are gonna feel like, well, what do you have? Like, you here talking about other people, you and your dad talking about other people and somehow belittling them and who do we think we are, and like that's disrespectful, and who are we, what did we do, like whatever. So my dad, don't even try my dad, because like don't try my dad. But for myself, I own a few businesses. I'm wearing myself actually. Your brand is myself, and I actually have a footwear brand, which is Boo and Brand, on my feet. One second, I'm gonna show you. I always wear them. That's one of those. Let me see. I can't flip. I wanted to flip. Damn, I can't flip. Shoot. Let me see if I can try to flip like that way. I don't know if it was able to catch anything, but I was trying to show you my shoes. Anyway, I designed these shoes, and I designed this shirt. That's my brand. Now, a little background though. I used to be a musician in England. I used to be a musician, and I wrote a few songs, and I produced my own songs, and I had a record label because I decided to produce myself. But I had also a family. So I guess being a mother had to come first, being married had to come first, and then I decided to develop my artistry into different things. That's when fashion came through. Now, people may say, you have all of this, or you may have done all of that, but like, you're not on Forbes though. Well, I have a degree. Bitch, you tried it. I have a degree in business management, and I'm currently continuing because I want to have a PhD in something that I'm not gonna say because I don't want y'all to jinx my future PhD. But yeah, so some people feel like I have everything because money is not everything. It's about happiness. It's about, some people are don't have a family, some people are not married, some people don't have a degree, some people don't know how to start their own businesses, and sometimes you don't have to be in Forbes to be happy. And I happen not to be in Forbes, but be happy because I have the other things. But like what my dad and I was trying to talk about, to be honest, wasn't really about dissing people, because I don't want people to like really come in the comments and say, "Wow, you think you're all that because you have all that," or not everybody has the funds or the money or the experience or whatever to have these things, like and we shouldn't really shit on one another. So I didn't make this video for you to feel like I'm shitting on you in any way, but it's like for people that are in my age group. I'm 30 to be 31 this year. We are now February, I think 19th or something. So I'm 30 to be 31 this year. And I feel like people in my generation that will be 40 or 30 to 40, because I'm always the young ones in my group, like in my friends, people that I've known. I always happen to be the young one or one of the young ones. So people from 30 and up that, we all kind of came up at the same time from the same place emotionally, or mentally. Why are you there? And why are you talking about, having all this little stuff and being content with whatever that you have, because you know damn well that you're not. So it's like that conversation about that was interesting, because I think that sometimes you really need to sit back and either congratulate those who manage to kind of elevate themselves from that space of, it was in our 20s, or kind of reevaluate. When people tell you change your environment, change your this, something that you're doing is not right, something that you should be doing is not done, therefore you're not really going the pace you should do, like all this stuff, and you just don't want to listen to people's feedback because you know better. Well, where are you truly now versus where should you be now? Maybe the question. I don't know. As I said, I'm not perfect, although I think that I accomplished a lot, especially knowing where all of this came from and the damaged place I built everything from. But that was the question. What do you really have today? What do you really have? And I guess comment it up.